Hi everyone, Lazar Killers here, and today we're gonna do some 2006 canister review. So from the first wave, the Pyraka. Of course, because they are kind of the same, even with little details, we're gonna do two Pyrakas per review. So in this one, I'm gonna do Akan first, and then I'm gonna do Vizok, which is the blue Pyraka. So as you can see, the canisters is shaped again like the Vizok one with this kind of shape right here. Also, as you can see, there's some major change because, as you may remember, 2006 was a great revolution in the Bionicle universe because it was a new arc, a new storyline with new enemies which got who got personalities this time, so they were not just a swarm or robotic entity. So tons of new stuff, and again you can see new stuff on the canister. So for example, the background which has changed. Remember, before we got background for different background for each of the element of each of canister. This time it's all the same background, so with the map of Briani, which is the main East Island of 2006 storyline, as you can see right here on the back. Of course, you can see Akan on the front, and the only thing that changed on the canisters is on what ground he put his feet. So you can see, because it's Akan, you've got some rock and some lava right here. But every canister got the same background, so the same white background, with all this really designed stuff right here. So tons of little stuff. Pyraka right here in really a stylistic police right here, and some nice cartoon picture of Akan, of the head of Akan right here with the name, and the try me function. We're gonna go on this later, which is on the lead. On the back, you've got the same white background. It's just show some second function of the weapon. We're gonna see this later. Some side view of Akan, and the fact that excuse me, his teeth are glow in the dark. His eyes can glow, also can be lighten up. Yes, I think that's this. And then the fact you can put the Pyraka in the canisters, and then some little cartoon face of all the Pyraka released, so the sixth one, and then on the side the Kanoka Club code right here. And I think that's all some information right here. And then we have the canister lead part, which is really interesting because it features one new gimmick that wasn't in Bionicle before. So as you can see, we've got some Akan shaped face right here, so it's kind of a simplistic version in hard plastic form. As you can see, you can put this off. You can try to put this off with some tools and stuff like that, but it's not supposed to be put off. And it's right and try me, so what can we try? In fact, this is this little button, which when you press it, you may see it, you have some light. So excuse me, but yeah, it's because it's old light eye piece, so it's really it's not really bright, but as you can see, it's still light. So this was the function, and of course this part, which when you put off the lid, you can see right here. You're supposed to put this part again in the Pyraka, but for this review, I'm gonna do this with this spare part. So my light brick, if I can say so, my light piece is already on Akan. But you were supposed to put this off. For example, just open this and then take it off. So there were I'm saying that just to say that there were not two different eyepiece in the set. There was just one which was already put in the try me function. So if like 500 kids just press the button repeatedly, you will have something with really short on batteries, and you can't replace batteries on this piece. So I think that's all for the canisters. Here's the instruction booklet. So really nothing new. You've got the same stuff. As you can see, it's cut on the feet part. I think that wasn't that with the old stuff. Yeah. Anyway, here it shows you how to put off the the light brick, also light piece. Here's the instruction. As you can see, I don't know why, but the instructions are really kind of blurry. I don't know if they put some filter on the piece, but it's really kind of a bad quality scan. So yeah. Okay, here you got some combo which also can be made with just two Pyrakas. So here you can make it with Havak and excuse me, you can make this with with Havak and Akan, of course. So here it is, and you can also make some 3 set combiners. So one is Eamak, which will be released as a set, and the other one I think it's called Protodax. Also, a new thing from 2006, the part list, when you can ask for parts when you lost him or when you get some broken in your new purchase. Then some map of enemy with all the Pawaka, with all their little logo, right here with their head, it's really nice. Some Titan sets, the two first Titan sets which were released in the first wave. Bionicle.com ad, and some Lego Club ad, and some ads for the Bionicle 3, and the Maze of Shadows game, which was just released in UK in Europe. So I don't know, I think it was also released in the US, but in Europe it was just released in the UK. For the Game Boy Advance, of course. And it's kind of a nice game with an interesting storyline anyway. And I think that's all for the instruction booklet. Right now we're gonna talk about how to build a Piraka, because we're gonna see what's new with this new Callister set, this new wave. So first of all, here's the lower part. As you can see, there will be nothing new because we have got still a pelvis, a two-dimensional pelvis part. Oh yeah, of course, the color scheme is really important this time because we got some dark red, so really nothing new, and some older red, so that's kind of nice, some red as you can see for this part, and also some dark metal, yeah, some dark metal color. We will see later that all Piraka have they have different type of metallic color. There are three of them. There are the dark metal, the gold one, and the silver one. So yeah, go back to Akan, yeah. So you can see it's got some normal pelvis parts, so nothing new here. Also, you've got a double long connector system, so really nothing new here apart from the red recolor, of course. Then we got some new knee cover, so this is not the Metro one, as you can see. It's kind of more round shaped, as you can see right here. When we have some new legs part, okay, so it's kind of broken right here, but it's okay. Yeah, some new lower leg parts, so it's kind of nice. You can see also really round shaped on this part, so it's kind of nice to do some female mock, in my opinion. So it's kind of a better use than the Ordica one. And then we've got some new feet, which is like clothes anyway, right here. With three claws, you can see. And I think yeah, that's kind of you can see there's also a little fade of dark metal, so it's mainly dark red, and then you have got some dark metal on this side. So again, you just have to put this like that, and it's okay. So really, as you can see, apart from the new piece, there's really nothing new on this lower part. So the interesting part comes from the upper part of the body, so the main body frame, which is all new because no more gears. With the Piraka comes the no more gears canister, so it totally disappeared and they replaced it with ball joints. So that's really nice because it's really more articulated. So here's the main body frame, so the Piraka frame, body frame. There were two frames released in this year, so the Piraka frame and the Inika one, which were used tons of time in the later years, and which will meant to the what we call the Inika build. So here it is the Piraka frame, as you can see. So we got two ball joints for the arms and tons of pinhole right here, so it will be useful to put some part on the body. So as you can see, it's not symmetrical. So here you got some hole, and I don't got this on the front part of the piece. So yeah, and then we have the arms which are like the Ordica, this I mean asymmetrical. So we got some pins right here. It will be useful to put the spin later. I'm gonna talk about this later. For the double ball joints, we've got some little one and not a long one. We will have to wait, excuse me, the Inika to have some longer connector, yeah, the connector. But you can see a new part, which is the new arm part, and as you can see, this times it's got two ball joints with just one axis. So you can turn the end in any direction. You can just turn this in this axis, so just rotate them, and the same of course for this one. So really a mechanical part, I think, because it's really a square, yeah, with its diagonal form right here, diagonal shape. Kind of a nice part, major hole right here. Again, also this time we got weapons. We can call weapons or guns because you can see it's kind of a laser rifle this time. So it has two functions. Each arm of each weapon of Piraka got two functions. So this is the laser one, and you just have to rotate this one to get the pincer function right here. Of course, we can't. It's just a hard plastic, so we can't make them really pinch or things like that. but it's still got kind of like two functions, one end-to-end and the other one is the fire one. And this laser is from just a saber laser from Star Wars in red, so you just have to put this like that. And yeah, I think that's quite all. And then you have, of course, on the other arm, as you can see, it's not really well articulated, but we'll come back on this later. It's a metal arm, again, so nothing new. So we just have to put this there, so it's really simple. The Inika build is, the Piraka build, excuse me, is really simple anyway. And then go for the final part, the head and the spin, because yeah, the Piraka brings some new thing. This is what we call the spin. So here it is. As you can see, you have the main part of the eye, so the mouth. Yeah, this is the first one. The Piraka introduced some mouth style. So you know, before they were just canoes and masks, and Piraka introduced mouth and teeth. So that's really organic style, in my opinion. And then you have the OS, so with the back spin right here, and then the spin will go on the arms. And as you can see, I've already put the color, the light piece right here, and then I just have to put the head part. So here it is. As you can see, it's kind of the same mold as the Metro head, but they add some large teeth which are glow in the dark. So right here. Then I just have to put this, excuse me, like that, and then turn this part here. Yeah, so it's like okay, and then I'm gonna put some axle. It's okay if it's longer than the head itself. And here we go, and then I just have to press this button to light the eyes. Did it light? Oh, okay, it's... No, I think it depends on where I put my finger. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see, so it's light. Kind of weird, but anyway. And then the final touch, so because it's okay, but it's near finishing, so we just have to put this on one of the, excuse me, pinhole. It's kind of hard to see because I've changed the position of my artificial light, so right here. And then I'm gonna put this on the shoulder, if I can say so. The other arm is the same. And then for the, I think, yeah, just let me check on the instruction booklet in which pinhole you're supposed to put the backspin. Yeah, okay, I think that's like that. And here we go. And then, of course, the new projectile of the year, the Zamor launcher, which is made of two parts. So one is totally new, as you can see, and the second part, which is kind of a T part with some flexible axle. And then you also got the Zamor sphere, which is just like a ball, so really simple. So you just have to press like this, and there it goes. And then we can put, of course, you have two Zamors per canister. And they are all in trans green, if I can say. Well, trans, yeah, some lime green. And here we go. We have our Piraka finished. So for the articulation side, as you can see, you can turn the arm, the arms on the ball joint, but sometimes the spin doesn't really limit it, as you can see, because it follows the movement. So apart from that, which will come back in its initial position, you can turn this in kind of multiple position. Of course, this part is just limited to 90 degrees angle, as you can see, because of the part itself and this spin part. Then you have the end, which can just rotate in one axis. The other arms can really turn again, so it's like the right arm, but it's more limited because of the. I'm gonna put off the launcher because I don't want this to fall off. So yeah, you can put this like that, for example, but it's really kind of limited, and you can't really do a normal pose with that. So yeah, the arms of the Piraka are kind of limited, even if they are on ball joint on the shoulder part. And of course, the head also, you can't make it look down, you can't really make it look up, and you can make it look on the side, but it's kind of hard. So as you can see, all the spines and stuff like that kind of limit the articulation section. But of course, for the legs, because it's like the made through, there is a rack, and etc. It's kind of really nice. So you can turn this all the way down, and the same for the feet. So that's really nice. As you can see, you can really make some nice pose with the legs, of course, even if the arms are kind of limited, like that. And I think that's all. I'm not gonna waste more time on Akan because I think I've already take really kind of much time to explain you how it was. But this was really kind of really a big revolution in the Bionicle universe in the canister set, because as you can see, it's really much more like organic than robotics this time. So not really much more like in biomechanical. So excuse me. And then yeah, I'm gonna show you Vezog, but I did not own the instruction booklet. Neither I own the canister, because about Sweepy Waka in the Earnmark set. So I may review this later in English. And as you can see, I'm just gonna show you the front picture of the canister. So here it was. And here we go. I'm gonna review the set, but very quickly, because as you will see, even if we're in 2006, there are no really much difference between the Pawaka, apart from the feet. But Vezog got the same feet as the same cloud feet as Akan, so it's there are really no difference at all in this one. So here it is. As you can see, the shape color is dark blue, so nothing new right here, and some new color which is kind of it's not really light blue, as you can see. I do not have the name. I think it's I think you can call it turquoise in France, but I do not have the name for turquoise in English. So just let me check. So yeah, and the other colors, you can see the metallic color on this one is silver, so it's not dark metal, it's your normal silver. And as you can see, when this body frame is in silver, you got also the Zamor launcher sphere and the weapon in silver color. Okay, turquoise is also the same word in English, it seems. So anyway, so yeah, I think it's really a turquoise color. So yeah, so apart from that, what is changing? But yeah, the weapon. So this time it's kind of like a spear gun, like you see. So it's really nice, kind of original also. And when you put this on the second function, it's kind of like a saw, a part of a saw. So a nice weapon, more thinner than the Akan one. And also, of course, the head has totally changed, as you can see, totally different. And the spin also, so they all got different type of spin, of shape of the spin. Even on this side, as you can see right here, the spins on the arms are the same shape as this one, but of course, smaller, as you can see. So yeah, so apart from the head, of course, you can light this up. If it once works, you have the same Zamor sphere launcher and the same apart from the color, so it's kind of the same. So really nothing to talk about this. So you can still make really great pose with the legs part. Of course, the arm part is kind of limited. Yeah, like that. Like this, for example, he's gonna attack you with his second function. Like he's gonna give some punch at someone. So yeah, you can do still nice pose even with the little application of the head and the arms. And I think that's all for this little review of this little review on these two Pawaka. So the blue one and the red one, or at least I can say their name because I remember them this time. It's Akan and Vezog. And I think that's quite all. Yes. So yeah. Of course, one of the drawbacks is the limited articulation on the head and on the two arms. Even if you've got, even if you finally got ball joint on the arm, because of the spin and some other parts, for example, the asymmetrical parts is really horrible. There it's blocked at 90 degrees. So apart from the ball joint, which is really nice, the spin just blocks all the movement and the parts used are really not the best. So we just have to wait for the Unica to really have some nice articulation on the arm, but the legs are perfect anyway. And yeah, so that's one of the drawback. The other drawback, of course, is the overall design, because it's really a subjective point of view this time. So personally, I don't have any problem with the Paiwaka, even with their teeth and their organic aspect. But I know that many people really doesn't like their gangster wap like and stuff like this, and their teeth and organic style. So yeah, I know that many people were really annoyed by this design. So I think that's kind of a neutral point, if I can say so, because some people will like this and some people will really find this annoying and really not bionicle at all. But I think that's really okay. That's really, I think if Lego really wanted to do a revolution, they succeeded into this because they really impressed everyone with these new canisters. What is to like also, the color scheme is really nice because it's introduced new colors and with nice new elements. The new parts are nice, like for example the knee cover, the legs are kind of cool. The weapons also are still nice. The legs, the cloud feet also are nice. The spin also are nice because they're in soft plastic, but they're kind of used in mugs. Even if I manage personally to use some of them in my mugs, and it still look nice. But I think that's all. So yeah, nice. What is to acknowledge is that they are nice action figure, very special design as you can see. But I think it's still nice. The collectible also is really nice. The launchers work perfectly, so it's really a good projectible in my opinion. And yeah, so it's the only way drawbacks I have is the fact that they are limited on the head and arm parts. And also the design can be disappointing for some people who doesn't like the organic stuff. And I think that's all. So I hope you enjoy my little reviews on the two Paiwakas and not S, excuse me, the two Paiwaka. And see you later, Paiwaka, excuse me, and see you later for another Bionicle review. Bye bye.